Hi, hello. I want to plead that you watch this video till the end. If you don't watch till the end, you will misunderstand what I am talking about in this video. Thank you and God bless you. All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the End Time Truth Television channel. We urge you to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell icon by selecting all so that the next time we upload a new video, you will be among the first persons to be notified by Google. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Till then, shalom.
Deny Jesus, oh God. Can you imagine? Madman! I'm sorry, I can't.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you. Yesterday, I uploaded a video, and I actually, if you look at the video, you will see that it was a casual upload. The video I titled "Deny Christ or Die." It was a video. I didn't make any commentary on it, and seeing how much people have, watched within the short space of time that the video was uploaded, and reading your comments, I understand that there are still so many of us that are very mindful of where we are going to and the life we are living, and what eventually our Christian faith portends to bring to us. Make no mistake, we are very, very right in the middle of this kind of a thing, or what you watched in that video. In case you have not watched, I will implore you to please watch. And even if you have watched that video, I will want to plead with you not to skip this one. Please watch and listen to the few things I have to say here. If you have watched to the end of the video, you will see that of all the members of that church, that congregation, all of them, many were deacons and elders, even including the pastor of that same ministry, that all of them denied Christ. And some, they said to themselves or to their loved ones who wanted to resist, they said to them, deny him now, after you will ask him to forgive you, because he is a merciful God. And they did. In the whole of the congregation, I wouldn't know how many of them, only one man stood. Only one man was the person that refused to deny Christ. And you may have also seen the exclamation, the surprise of those members who have, before the point the pastor was shown denying Christ, once the pastor also denied Christ, the members were like, Pastor. Now, they forgot that they also had done similar thing before it was the pastor's turn. Because if probably half of them did not deny Christ, maybe the pastor would have found a solace and comfort in wanting to join them. But then I'm not making excuses for the pastor. I'm just saying that while they were guilty of the same offense, they were already out there to ask pastor, for all the persons, even you, pastor. Now we know that these are real, these are happening. But like I said, don't think that this kind of thing is far away from you now. It is very close to us. It is already happening in Afghanistan. You may have seen the footages of people being shot on the streets. And I wouldn't know the topology of the place, but I understand that there are some churches underground. Now, where some of the brethren are hiding now, they may have hidden there for many days and without food because they are running from the enemies. They are running for their lives. And believe you it or not, many would have also denied Christ because it is always very easy to talk tough. It is always very easy to, say, I love the Lord when all is good, when all is cozy, when all is rosy. We all have faith. We all love the Lord. But at the point when the ships are down, when it becomes obvious that this is the right time to prove to the Lord how much we love Him, that is when you know the true believers and true lovers of Jesus Christ. Now, don't don't get me wrong. All I'm saying is that apart from what you have just seen now, there will be that very time that people will be forced, literally, to deny Christ, to denounce Christ, to accept allegiance with the beast, with the animal, with the evil one. And so that time is very, very close. And you know one thing, one funny and painful thing is that not so many believers, not so many so-called Christians are even aware of the fact that there is an antichrist that is coming who will want to make the whole world accept his symbols, who will want the whole world to reject the Lord, deny God, denounce God, and give him worship. Not so many people in the church know about it today. Not so many people in the churches where everything is like jamboree, miracle jamboree, prophetic jamboree. You don't hear them talk about the Antichrist because their nature and their activities is Antichrist in consistency. And so it becomes very difficult for them to discredit their master, and in order to furnish the people with the knowledge of what will definitely come. This is coming on our ways, but looking away from that, you see, many of us also watched that video and we condemned those people that denied Christ, my dear. Apart from gun being pointed at your head and asking you to denounce Christ or I blow your head off. Now, in some way or the other, we have denied Christ. Sometimes in the dark room of evil, you had denied Christ. When you have the opportunity to stand firm for your faith, for righteousness, you may have denied Christ. When it was you and you alone, you had opportunity to commit an offense, a sin that would benefit you, carnally, and there was a still small voice telling you, reminding you, remember whom you are. Remember you are not supposed to do this, but you told yourself, I will do this one this last time, and I am going to tell him I am sorry. He would forgive me. You have denied Christ. When it was, you alone, and nobody would have known it. Nobody was there to to witness it, that you actually did commit sin, that sin of fornication, that sin of adultery, that sin of indulging secretly in drugs and in alcoholics, and you smoke marijuana, and you look for something, a candy or taffy, in order to use to dilute and diffuse the stench of it. Now you have denied Christ. It is not just only when you are faced with life-threatening situation like you saw in the video, and then that you had an option of either to deny Christ or stay in Christ and say I won't deny Christ. That's things like that happens. There is always an opportunity every time, every day. As I speak to you now, you may have had one today and you took the chance of denying Christ because you were not having money, and there was an opportunity for you to make money in an unrighteous way. Maybe you're a woman and you are in dire need of such a financial incapacitation, and so the other option that was left was for you to compromise, sleep with that man, he will pay you. Or you've gone for a job interview and the interviewer, looked at you and you are so pretty and he is like, yeah, you don't need to answer any question, just grace my bed with your body and I will give you the employment that you request. And you looked at it that this to you was the last opportunity. This was the last chance for you to be gainfully employed. And so you thought about it and you are married or even unmarried, but you are a Christian. And then you are like, I will do this and then I will ask the Lord to have mercy on me. My dear, that point, of doing that, you denied the Lord because you sold your birthright for a morsel of bread. Have you forgotten about Esau, who for one morsel of bread for porridge denied and sold his birthright? And the Bible said that at some point in time, he sought it with tears and could not have it. We all, at one point in time, have had the chance either to stand firm for the Lord or to deny him. So the question is, how often have you denied the Lord? How often have you denounced the Lord and then magnified Satan? Because whenever we shift our allegiance to the devil, there is always a shift in our loyalty. And so at that point in time, you have denied the Lord. Let's think about this. Every day presents us an opportunity to deny the Lord. Sometimes you were tempted, like Joseph was. Nobody was there. Joseph would have had that woman to himself all of his life, but he chose not to deny the Lord. He chose not to do it. Now, unfortunately, we sometimes and almost all of the time do not know that there is always a consequence for everything that we have done. I tell you something, if Joseph had denied the Lord in that dark room of evil, sexual immorality, Joseph probably may never have attained the level of glory that he attained in life. He probably would have died even before the manifestation of his glory and star. But he chose not, even though he never knew that the glory of the Lord upon his life was going to come through the path of rejecting that evil woman. Now, but he chose to, not because of his own ambition, not because he knew so much of what was awaiting him, now, but because he loved the Lord. Now, listen, sometimes so many of us, what is paramount on our heart, the reason we don't want to go into sin is practically because we are afraid of a hellfire. We are afraid of going to hellfire, not really because we loved the Lord. And so there is this kind of relationship between us and the Lord, as the Lord looking like a taskmaster, and so we, the slaves, the victims, must comport ourselves with fear and terrifying look. And so because we don't want to go to hellfire, that is why I don't want to sin. But Jesus came, and despising the thought of the pain of going to cross, because he loved us, and then he sacrificed himself, not because we were good, not because we were nice to him, not because we recognized him or even acknowledged him, but because he loved us dearly. And so the best way to relate with the Lord, the best way not to go into sin, is not just because we want to go to hell. This is good. This is part of it, that we don't want to go to hell. Rather, let it not just be because we don't want to go to hell, but that I want to do his will because I love him. Now, if you're relating with your own father, your own biological father, with the fear that I don't want daddy to come now and begin to yell at me. I don't want you to come and begin to shout. He knows how to shout. You are disrespecting him, even though you are doing those things that you don't want him to, to shout. Because you don't want him to shout, you already in your heart are despising him. You are doing it not because you love him, but Jesus said, if you love me, you will keep my commandments. So if we love him, we will never deny him. We will be driven by the love that we have for him to keep his commandments. Because for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth him shall not die, but have everlasting life. This was love expressed by God. And so in reciprocation, we are supposed to love the Lord freely and keep his commandments because we love him too, not just because of a taskmaster, a certain taskmaster somewhere that is in the person of hellfire. So how often have you denied the Lord? I'll be leaving you with this question, and I want to read your comment. Share the video if you like it, if it blesses you, and like it if it blesses you. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and to my second channel, The End is Nearer Television. Till I come your way again, I remain your brother in the Lord, and I want to say to you, Shalom.
Deny Jesus! Don't waste our time! I am yours till the day you will come. Jesus, I am yours. I am yours. I am yours till the day you will come. Jesus, I am yours. You are my everything. You are my standard till the day you will come. Jesus, I am yours. Ibukara bajisinu, yebema babusirike till the day you will come. Jesus, I am yours. Hey, Papa, enough of that song. Deny Jesus, or I send you to your grave immediately. To live is Christ. To die is gain. How can I deny him this time after all he has done for me? How can I deny him after what he did for me on the cross? If only on this earth I have hope, I am of all men most miserable. I can never deny him. I rather die for Christ than to live to enjoy the pleasures of this earth. Kill me. I'm ready to die. I'm talking to you. Be quiet, Pastor. Be quiet. I am disappointed in you. Now look at you. With all your jumpings and shoutings on the altar, your teachings and preachings, and the holy lifestyle you claim to live, you still deny Jesus. I am not surprised at all. No wonder all your preachings were targeted to the pockets of your members instead of their souls.